Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back. Dark Souls. Alright, so last episode, right at the end, we talked to this dude right here, the Crestfallen Warrior. He's a fun guy, obviously. Now, he did drop some stuff. Obviously, he knows about the prophecy of the Undead, or whatever, that Oscar was going on about, with the Bell of Awakening, but it tells us there's two. There is one up above, and there is one, and let me see if I can catch it from here. Do I have to go lower? There it is. There is one down below. Now, it really interests me how you can see a lot of the game. It's really funny, too, like a matter of scale. I'm looking up there, I can go up there, and I can walk up there. I can be in a lot of these places. Now you there. Hello? No response. She cannot speak. This is a firekeeper. This is the firekeeper for this one, and you know she's there. She can't speak, and yeah, that is how she rolls. She can't speak. So now that that's been accomplished, I think it is in order to start our journey. These guys are still dead, which is nice. I haven't rested at the bonfire or anything. By the way, you can see we now have 10 Estus flasks. That's because we rested at a bonfire that has a firekeeper near it. If a firekeeper is near a bonfire, it is automatically kindled to maximum level, I believe. Now, kindling is something that can be explained later. By the way, my target shield... I'll look at it later. My target shield, I don't know if it actually blocks 100% of physical damage. Woo! That guy was killed by gravity. And then I'll just, slice this one out. Target shield. Yeah, only blocks 78% of physical damage. So that's something to note. So, this jump. If 60 FPS is on, I shouldn't be able to make the jump. Oh. Well, actually, I might still be able to make the jump, but I might just have like a lower success rate or something, but also 60 frames might be off, and I'm not quite sure, to be honest. But yeah. So, there we go. Yeah, resting in a bonfire with a firekeeper will increase your Estus flasks to 10, which is what you get from kindling it. Kindling is something you can do when you're in human form. Requires 1 humanity, and it obviously requires a humanity to get to human form first, and it'll raise that bonfire, so every time you rest at it, you will get 10 Estus flasks as opposed to the normal 5. There's a rat there. Rats have a really... really decent chance of dropping humanity. I don't know if it's that one in particular or the rats in another area, but, you know, I suppose it's kind of a thing that since rats are eating the corpses here, they're eating the humanity off of them. Now, I do have that combat kick, as you saw, and I was using it improperly there. I got rid of my knife on accident. Okay. Nope, partial parry. Let's just get behind him and backstab him. Backstab fishing is a decent strategy. I can also just kick him, walk behind him. Yeah, I probably should have locked on if I wanted to do that. Drink our Estus. Take a sip of that Sunny D. You know, because it's orange. I'm pretty sure that's like a... Wow! Wow, 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 wow. Woo! Woo! These guys are dangerous if you leave them. I'm pretty sure that's a, common joke. I thought it was. Yeah. This is useless. That was just there for an ambush. I thought there was a dude here. He might have gone in and tried to melee me. So we'll continue through. Soul of Lost Undead. We got a couple of those, right? Yeah. Soul of a lost undead who has long ago gone hollow. Used to acquire souls. Souls are the source of all life, and whether undead or even hollow, one continues to seek them. And I don't believe I picked up anything else. Now this... And it just causes you to look up at the sky and see that sun, like, hanging over the freaking... Are those considered ramparts? I don't know, castle lore and stuff. It's really cool, though. It really is. Okay, you can do that. Get pelted on by an archer. Those slow attacks. Anything with a delay always screws up my parry. Not to say I'm the greatest at parrying, it's just I've got pretty good experience with it. Wooden shield. Vertically elongated wooden shield, decorated with a white dragon. Wooden shields are lighter than metal shields, but with lower physical damage reduction and reduced shield stability. Stability is also a... Okay. Stability is also a stat you would worry about on shields. That determines how much endurance, which is that green bar up there, is taken off from every time you block something with it. Higher stability obviously means less endurance taken off. Not gonna rest of that bonfire. Not gonna rest of the bonfire. I still have 7 Estus flasks, so there's really no reason to. These guys, shields up. I can kick them. Kick. Realistically, you're supposed to kick them and then just unlock them like that. The kick is a, walking forward R1. I made him bleed. Hollows will drink Estus on you if you allow them to. Always watch your corners. Ugh. I'm not used to how little it helps you playing Unlocked in Dark Souls 1. It really helps in Dark Souls 2. I play Unlocked a lot. Hello, dude! This dude's like real bacon. We bacon bros.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale. Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave.
Showing off the merit of talking to NPCs, we just got information on 2 bosses that we didn't know about before. There is apparently, down below, a goat demon, and up above there is a bull demon.
Here, I'm not here to chit-chat. We talk business, or we talk nothing at all.
Alright, is that the end of his dialogue?
Here, I'm not here to chit...
Yeah, that's the end of his dialogue. Alright, well, we've got a bunch of stuff to read off of him. Fun times. Repair powder, lightly enchanted golden powder, repairs weapon equipped in right hand. Use of a weapon depletes its durability, eventually rendering it ineffective. Repair powder is a precious method of repair on the battlefield as it obviates the need for a repair box. Is that obviates or obviates? I'm not quite sure. Throwing knife. Throwing knives have limited range and... used as a projectile. Throwing knives have limited range and accuracy compared to arrows, but offer a quick and easy ranged attack. Undead who lack other means of ranged attacks will do well to stock a few of these. Firebomb. A bisque urn filled with black powder. Explodes, inflicting fire damage. Relatively powerful ranged weapon, especially in situations calling for fire damage. A very precious item at low levels. Many warriors use these to augment their strategic repertoire. Lloyd's Talisman. Talisman utilized by All-Father Lloyd's cleric knights to hunt down the undead. Blocks Estus recovery within a limited area. It's a PvP item. If you throw it at your enemies, they won't be able to use Estus. In the outside world, the undead are accursed creatures, and Lloyd's cleric knights are widely praised for their undead hunts. This blessed talisman blocks undead recovery, allowing the knights to fight with impunity. Orange Guidance Soapstone. Online play item. Write view, rate messages. Messages transmit to other worlds where they are rated. Also rate messages of others. In Lordran, the flow of time is distorted, and messages allow undead to assist or deceive one another. We'll go ahead and buy it, even though we're not going to use it. Residence Key. Key to a residence in the Undead Burg. A simple, sturdy design of the locks in the Burg keep out unwanted visitors, but this is a standard key in these parts and will open several residences. We're going to buy it. A repair box and a bottomless box. We're going to buy it. One of the places it opens is opened by the master key, but another you actually do need the real residence key for. We're going to keep reading, unfortunately. I'm really sorry. Eventually, we're going to stop reading. It's just these early episodes, there's so much new items. Because, obviously, we're new to the game. Repair box. Specialized mortar used to repair weapons and armor by grinding repair powder. Rest at a bonfire to make weapons and armor repair possible. Repair powder is fragile and cannot be taken along. Bottomless box. A peculiar bottomless wooden box. Its origins are unknown. Some deride it as a symbol of unbridled avarice. Any number of items can be deposited into the box, and items can be managed while resting at a bonfire. This is basically item storage, which I never use. Dagger. Standard small dagger has only a modest attack, but can be jabbed in rapid succession, and is effective in critical hits, such as after a parry or when stabbing in the back. With both slash and thrust attacks, this dagger is useful in various situations. Short sword. This small, straight sword is widely used to an extent only matched by the long sword, an accessible sword which inflicts consistent, regular damage and high slash damage, making it applicable to a variety of situations. Scimitar. Small curved sword. Each hit inflicts little damage, but fluid chain attacks are deadly. The scimitar's sharp, slashing attacks are effective against cloth and flesh, but not against metal armor or tough scales. A rapier. Standard thrusting sword, regular one-handed attack. It can be delivered with shield held up, can parry with use of left hand. Thrusting attacks pierce and are effective against foes with hard exteriors, but the wielder is left open to damage after a swing. So, rapiers are special. If you have them in your left hand, you can use it to parry, as if it were a shield. But also, if you're using it in your right hand and you have a shield that you are holding up, you can use it with your shield up, so you can be guarding and attacking at the same time. Hand axe. Small hand axe appears identical to a lumberjack's tool, but has an ideal weight and strength, and is easy to handle. One wrong swing leaves the wielder wide open, so timing and proximity to the enemy must be judged carefully. Club. A simple wooden club. This simple bladeless strike weapon is effective against most foes, is easily handled, and can break the guard of a shield. However, a single miss makes one wide open, so timing and proximities are crucial. Reinforced club. Club with a leather nail to the pommel. The Burg Undead merchant proudly peddles this club, but its reinforcement is shoddy. Indeed, its attack is stronger, but the club is no longer dependably sturdy. Spear. Standard spear used commonly by soldiers. Long reach and can be used with shield up. Effective against hard exteriors and can hit for high damage at the right moment of an enemy's swing. But the hit radius is small and is easily blocked by shields. Holy god, so much reading. Small bow. Standard projectile weapon. Equip arrows to use. And an explanation of how to use the bow. Wooden shield. Decorated with the ancient symbol of a double-headed eagle. Painted yellow. Wood shields are lighter than metal shield. Okay, we've already read that. Small leather-covered round shield, reinforced in critical spots with metal. Very small round shield, parry attacks with large center protrusion. Round leather-covered shield, a standard widely used shield. Small metal shield, a standard widely used shield. Round wooden shield crafted in Lordran, decorated with the ancient Labris axe. The giant trees in Lordran are so distant off. Oh god, I'm sorry. The giant trees in Lordran are distant offspring of the great stone arch trees. This shield inherits their properties, and the wood reduces magic damage. Thank god. Arrows. Heavier arrows cause more damage, but have shorter range. These arrows do not fly particularly far, nor do they inflict a terrible amount of damage, but their cheap cost makes them useful when volume is required. These are crossbow bolts. Weighty bolts inflict high damage but have reduced range. And, you know, cheap ones. So, there you go. Chain armor. This is the only merchant that sells the chain set of armor in the game. So yeah. A chainmail helm of thin interlinking rings of steel. It is common throughout the human world since it can be easily produced, is not too heavy, and offers good defense. Knights may favor flashy armor, but for warriors on the battlefield, anything is fine as long as it keeps them alive. And gauntlets made of soft leather, one of the more common kinds of protective gear. And there we go. And that's it. Cool.
What a way.
Go and fall off a cliff. Yeah, I know. So, now, we're gonna use a bunch of these souls here. Actually, there is a better way. Let me... Oh, they're on my bar already. Gonna pop these souls. And I am gonna buy some stuff. Namely, the repair box.
Thank you kindly.
Cool. Now, I could kill him and get a special item, but I don't really want the item, and I kind of want to see how the chainmail armor looks, so we'll come back later and perhaps buy the armor and then kill him, just to get the lore on that item there. I'm going to be reading item descriptions for like 1,000 years during the series. Alright, there we go. Hello, guys. Ah. I got a partial parry on at least one of them. Hello. So, we'll continue on. In this room is a guy. Which is a little less noteworthy. Hello! Oh no, 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 thank you. Okay, that was a trap. I knew he was there, but I missed my parry. There's a chest over here. Attack it, see if it's a mimic. Every RPG needs a mimic. Every RPG needs a mimic. Now then, I keep jumping on accident, and I'm not, like, hitting the button to jump, is what I mean. Woo! What's up, guys? Dark Souls, absolutely worth it. You just wanted to come along for the ride. Dark Souls, 100% one of those games where spamming buttons is probably not the best idea because you can get locked into doing a lot of actions you don't want to be. Like, if I was spamming R1 there, and it may sound like I am, but I'm mostly hitting a lot of different buttons. If I had spammed R1 at that moment, I would have definitely taken the hit. So there's that. Now, you notice occasionally I put my weapon into two hands. That is basically, it unlocks a different moveset for your weapon. But, as well... Hello? Hollow Soldier Waistcloth. But as well, it also innately increases your strength when you hold a weapon in two hand by a factor of half of what your regular strength ought to be. Now, what this means is basically, if you don't have enough strength for a weapon, you can hold it in two hands to use it effectively, but at that point, you cannot use a shield. However, you can block with your weapon, although it is not nearly as effective as a shield, and is completely not recommended unless you're using one of the heavier weapons, which has a really good defense value regardless. We got black firebombs in that chest. So we'll be checking those out momentarily. Jumping attack. This guy's gonna walk on up here. Come on, bud. Alright, the both of you are gonna attack. Be surprised like how much of my bad play right now is me being rusty. I have done a soul level 1 run, which basically means I started as a pyromancer and I never leveled up throughout the entirety of the game. In a game like Dark Souls, that's really ridiculous. Now, technically, you're not supposed to kill this guy till a little bit later, but YOLO. Go. Alright. You're gonna stand up. You're gonna come over here and try to attack me. Got your parries on point, or you can also optionally chain backstab. You can kill this guy early. You can also get his weapon or shield early as well, by, you know, random drop from him. Although he is a non-respawnable enemy, so you only have one shot at it. However, on average, if he does hit you... Alright, we gotta tighten it, chunk off him. On average, if he does hit you, it's not pretty. Loot your stone ring. Alright, let's take a moment to read some stuff we got. Black fire bombs. Powerful range weapon. Oh, black fire bombs are especially destructive. Cool. Gold pine resin. We got this from that chest. Rare pine resin, which emits golden sparks. Applies lightning to right-hand weapon. Affected weapon inflicts rare lightning damage, making it effective against targets which are resilient to both magic and fire. Very effective against dragon family foes. Alright. Now, Titanite Chunk. We got this from the dude just now. It's a Black Knight. Titanite Chunk for weapon reinforcement, not found outside of Lordran. Reinforces standard weapons plus 14 and crystal or lightning weapons 2 plus 4. With the discovery of chunks in Lordran, the race to locate the legendary slabs has begun. But could they be mere myth? Got nothing there, got nothing there, got nothing here. And we got Hollow Soldier Waistcloth. Waistcloth worn by Hollow Warriors. It is so tattered that it barely serves its purpose anymore. There you go. You can walk that way, but it's basically just a drop off a ledge. You can do this with proper timing, but I do not have proper timing. Ow, and we're gonna take the first death of the series from my attempted parry on that. Ouch, that hurts. Alright. Whew, I didn't rest. Sick City. Alright. So. Here comes the age-old strategy of running past all of the enemies and not giving a fuck. Now, we are on fast roll right now, which is affected by the weight of all of the items you are currently wearing. That would be shields, weapons, and armor. Fast rolling provides us with the most invincibility frames when you roll, so that's good. It's especially good for doing something like this. Rest of this bonfire, that'll reset the placement of all the enemies, so they'll de-aggro and etc. You can just run past these guys. No flamo. A lot of them should give up their search, which shouldn't be an issue. Oh my god, I'm so bad! Oh my god. So we lost our souls, right? We lost 2,000 souls. No big deal, really. It's like the beginning of the game, I don't really care. Now, they should have taught me my lesson, but we are going to try one more time, and then after that I will end the episode if I die and clear these guys out and bring you back when done with that. We're gonna take the path I should have taken, and I totally forgot I should have taken it. Sup? See ya. This guy will not push down another barrel. He doesn't have any more barrels. And we'll run up here. That door can be opened with a master key to go fight an enemy that we absolutely should not be fighting, because it takes for fucking ever and he one-shots you at this level. But you know, to each his own. If you've got the master key, you can go try to do it. He's really vulnerable to backstabs, and if you are feeling lucky, parries. Get out of here. But yeah, alright. Nope. I wanted you to attack. Thank you. No, 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 no. No! No! Aw, no, you jerks. You let the crystal lizard go. No! There he goes! Get him! Woo! Alright, Twinkling Titanite and 2 Titanite chunks. Or two Twinkling and 2 chunks. So that's a crystal lizard. They give ores for being killed. However, if you let them run around for long enough, they will disappear. I'm not sure why that guy didn't disappear. That's actually... Be wary of demon. Alright. Thank you, message. Went through a fog gate. This doesn't look foreboding at all. I know what I'm doing. However, you, as a new player, or anybody who's a new player, you're not actually a new player, you're watching the series, probably. If you're watching the series to determine whether or not you should get this game, I say yes, and then I say stop watching my series right now. Because, you don't wanna be spoiled, Dark Souls. It's no fair. I'm not following anything to do with Dark Souls 3, and I'm going to play that game completely on my own when it does come out. So, as a new player, some people might not notice that ladder. Those guys will end up shooting at you during this fight that's coming up. Gonna Gold Piners right about here. Hello! The second use for that ladder is... And this is the Taurus demon. This is the bull demon that the dude was talking about. Second use for this ladder is... Oh my god. This looks familiar! Bludgeoning attacks. Now, if you're quick enough, you can walk back to the ladder and go ahead and do that again. But personally, I'm just gonna like sit in his crotch and slash at him with my lightning dagger. Dude is like super weak to the lightning debuff, and I'm pretty sure it ran out like right at the end of the fight there. Dude's like super weak to the lightning debuff. Your weapon's gonna be super powerful, and you're gonna feel real good about yourself. But I mean, it's like easiest fight in the game behind the Asylum Demon, so Humanity and Homeward Bone. A lot of the bosses in this game give you Homeward Bones, which I thought was really cool compared to Dark Souls 2. It gives you the option to go back immediately if you want to, which is real nice. Well, I would love to stick around and chat, but we are running low on time, so it looks like I'm gonna have to see you guys next time. So long.